Did you know? The Furnilux furniture you use every day undergoes a long process before it can eventually be used. Furnilux furniture is a product where the manufacturing process is completed in a series of technical methods, making it both high quality and high value furniture. The wood used in Furnilux furniture is wood that has been aged for more than 20 years and has been through a system of timber legalization verifications controlled by Sukofindo, the Indonesian Legal Wood Standard Authority, without causing any damage at all to the natural ecosystem. The sawmill seals and cuts wood logs into sawn timber according to the size of desired lengths using a sawmill. Wood that has been turned into boards are processed using a vacuum system treatment in order to free the wood from wood borers, ensuring the wood is free from termites. The wood that has been finished in the vacuum process will be stacked into piles, where it will go directly to the drying process to be kiln dried. Serving as an oven, the purpose of the kiln dryer is to remove the water content from the wood. This process will take around 10 days. Then it will become dry wood, which contains a much smaller amount of water content, with around 8%. After drying in the kiln drying machine, the wood is moved to a field to be air dried for a week so that the temperature of the wood can be reduced to a normal temperature again and is ready to be processed. Crosscut. To cut the wood, we use a crosscut saw which will cut the wood into the required lengths for the furniture. Planer rip. The processed wood which has been cut with a crosscut saw is then split and scrubbed in order to obtain a smooth, flat surface. Finger joint stick. The process of grafting the wood is to cut long lengths of wood, which is then refinished. Afterwards, it re-enters the crosscut machine and is cut according to the size of the furniture's needs. Molding. After the wood components have been processed by the crosscut machine through a rip planer process, the surfaces of the wood components will be smoothed on all 4 sides. Laminating. This is the process of gluing wood so that it can be made into wide sizes and bases. Double end. The right size cuttings and elbows are based on the furniture's needs. The process of closing the rough wood pores is called putty. Sanding. The smoothing process on the surface of the wood is filled and smoothed using 180-240 grade sandpaper. Packing. Once the process has been finished on the machine, it will be packed into bundles and is ready to be shipped for export abroad. Now it is ready for the material division. The wood components will be cut in accordance with the size or type of goods to be produced. After the cutting process is complete, the furniture component will be formed based on the pattern or model to be processed. Putty. Goods that have been in a borer and tenon process will be filled afterwards, which covers and smooths the wood by closing the pores on the timber. Shaper. After going through the bent saw process, it continues to the shaper section to be tidied up or to refine the components. Router. Wood that has been to the shaper section will then be formed into vertical components to produce the desired shapes. Boring. After the purpose of the timber has been determined, it will proceed to the boring process, which is the process of forming the desired construction hole according to the purpose and size. Tenoning. After finishing making the holes by boring, it continues to the tenon system, which serves to strengthen the construction of goods to be made. Therefore, this long and very detailed process proves that Furnilux furniture is assured of its strength and durability, making it a worthwhile investment for you. Sanding Master. This is a process to smoothen goods using a grade 320 sandpaper with maximum refinement, reaching export standard criteria. Polish. This process reduces the sharpness of the component edges. Assembling. Putting the timber together in accordance with the product which is to be assembled. The first sanding sealer process, finishing. Sanding is a process that covers the pores of the timber with a paint material, which is known as sander sealer. First sanding. Once finished with the sanding sealer and dried, it will be rubbed to smoothen the item. Second sanding sealer. This process is to perfect the surface of the wood's pores. Second sanding. Once the second sanding sealer is finished and dried, it will be rubbed again to smoothen the item. The finishing, the top coat. The drying goods process is based on each type of each item. Quality control. The dyed goods will be dried in an oven chamber and continue to the quality control stage to check the construction of the goods. Packing. When the goods are finished, they are packed in a box which has been predetermined. Loading container. Now the goods are ready to be distributed to both local and export markets. Furnilux furniture. Once purchased, it can be used forever.